Days of Our Lives, Eric Martsolf sums up life in Salem with just one word. In the swirling, chaotic, and often hysterical universe of Salem, where amnesia is a common cold, death is a temporary condition, and family trees are more tangled than last year's Christmas lights, one might need a thesaurus to capture the essence of daily life. But for Eric Martsolf, the charismatic and enduring force behind the iconic Brady Black, it only takes one word. That word is resilience. Sitting down for an exclusive interview in a rare moment of calm, Martsolf lets the word hang in the air, a single, powerful anchor in the stormy sea of Salem's plot lines. For an actor who has been navigating the treacherous waters of the NBC soap for over a decade, his chosen descriptor is less a soundbite and more a profound thesis on the very nature of the genre itself. You could go with chaotic, dramatic, or unpredictable, and you wouldn't be wrong. Martsolf begins, a familiar, knowing glint in his eye. But those are symptoms. The disease, if you will, and the cure is resilience. It's the one trait every single character in this town possesses, whether they want to or not. It's the engine that keeps the show running for 57 years. The anatomy of Salem resilience. To understand Martsolf's choice is to understand the unique ecosystem of a soap opera. In the real world, if a person were to be kidnapped, discover a long-lost twin, be presumed dead, fall in love with their former step-sibling's amnesiac doppelganger, and then run for mayor, all before lunch, they would be institutionalized. In Salem, it's just Tuesday. Look at Brady, Martsolf explains, leaning forward. This is a man who has battled addiction, lost the love of his life multiple times, been betrayed by family, had his company stolen, and has been in more comas than I can count. And yet, he gets up, he dusts off his impeccably tailored suit, and he goes back into the fray. That's not just Brady. That's Maggie. That's John. That's Steve. It's the DNA of the town. This resilience, he argues, is what creates the powerful, almost symbiotic relationship between the show and its audience. Viewers don't tune in to watch people have a pleasant, stable day. They tune in to watch them get knocked down by life's most outrageous curveballs and then, miraculously, find the strength to stand back up. We are a mirror, but it's a funhouse mirror, he says with a chuckle. We take the real-world struggles of heartbreak, financial ruin, and family conflict, and we turn the volume up to 11. When a fan tells me that watching Brady struggle with addiction helped them through their own, or that seeing a character survive infidelity gave them hope, that's the resilience translating. We're showing them, in the most exaggerated way possible, that it is possible to endure. The actor's resilience, a parallel journey. The conversation inevitably turns from the fictional to the personal. Martsolf's own career is a testament to the very word he chose. Surviving and thriving in the daytime television landscape requires a specific kind of fortitude. Let's be honest, the schedule is brutal, he admits. You're memorizing 70, 80 pages of dense, emotional dialogue a day. You're shooting scenes out of order, so one minute you're weeping at a graveside, and the next you're celebrating a romantic proposal you filmed 3 weeks ago. Your emotional whiplash needs its own stunt double. He speaks of the physical demands, the long hours on set, the need for constant vocal and physical preservation. But more than that, he highlights the creative resilience required to keep a character fresh after thousands of episodes. There's a challenge in finding new shades of a character who has been through everything. You have to dig deeper. You have to find the humanity in the melodrama. That's the actor's job, to be the anchor of truth in a hurricane of plot twists. It forces you to be a better, more intuitive performer. You learn to build a creative callus, one that allows you to be vulnerable on command, taken for, while the crew is having lunch just off camera. This parallel journey, the character's resilience within the story and the actor's resilience behind the scenes, is what gives a show like Days of Our Lives its enduring power. It's a feedback loop of endurance, a legacy forged in fortitude. When asked if this theme of resilience has evolved over the show's storied history, Martsolf doesn't hesitate. Absolutely. The world has changed dramatically since 1965. The problems the characters face, the social issues we tackle, they've all evolved. But the core of it, that fundamental human will to survive and to love despite it all, that has never changed. If anything, it's become more potent. He reflects on the show's own real-life resilience, surviving network changes, the constant threat of cancellation that looms over all daytime dramas, and the monumental shift to the Peacock streaming platform. Moving to a new home was a huge test for all of us. It was uncharted territory. But the show, the cast, the crew, and most importantly, the fans, they all displayed that same Salem spirit. We adapted. We evolved. We persevered. It was a meta-narrative of resilience playing out in real time. For the fans, Martsolf believes this is the secret sauce. Salem is not just a place on a map. It's a state of mind. It's a weekly, sometimes daily, reminder that no matter how convoluted, heartbreaking, or absurd life gets, the human spirit is equipped with an incredible capacity to bounce back. So, when I say resilience, I'm not just summing up life in Salem, Martsolf concludes, a final, definitive note in his voice. I'm summing up the act of telling its story for all these years. I'm summing up the dedication of the fans who have been with us through every demonic possession, every baby switch, and every return from the dead. In that one word, you find the characters, the actors, the writers, and the audience. We're all in this beautiful, chaotic, resilient dance together, and I wouldn't have it any other way. In the end, Eric Martsolf's one-word summary does more than just define a fictional town. It encapsulates the very reason for its longevity. In a world that often feels increasingly fragile, Salem, in all its glorious, over-the-top madness, stands as a testament to one unshakable truth. In the face of utter chaos, we can and we will endure. And that is a story worth tuning in for.